Welcome back, everyone. We are officially 10 weeks out in this vlog. I did miss last week's. We were traveling for Memorial Day, my birthday. Did not get a ton of training in that week as well. So it wasn't too much to really show and tell, if you will. Speaking of that, the start of a new cycle was on this day, a Monday. We got back very late Sunday, and things did not go super well. So I was supposed to work up to a top single on back squat. That was simply not going to happen. So I just did my volume work and actually much lighter weight than anticipating. I think this is like 295 or 305. It was very much under. So not a great way to start off a cycle or a week, but my second squat session went just fine. So it just took some time to feel normal. I think I didn't lift for 5 or 6 days in a row, which is very uncommon. And anyone who hasn't done that before knows it just takes time to feel normal again. Bench press, however, did feel great. This is a top single. That's 255 there. Probably should hold that pause a bit longer. So you'll see that format very frequently throughout the week where I'll be hitting a top single to start the day off and then doing some volume work afterwards. So I hit 55 for that top single, and then now these are sets of 5, about 70 to 75% of my 1 rep max. And pretty much across the board, I went light this week just because I didn't feel great coming off of so much time off. But these bench presses actually felt solid. You'll also see that note where I have a volume range. So for example, I did 4 to 6 sets, and I really just take it set by set and see how I feel. If I have more time, if I feel solid, I'll hit some more volume. If, however, I am limited on time or I feel I have sufficient training so far that day, I will go on the lower end of those set ranges. And I only do 3 movements on this day. So I do competition squat, competition bench, and then these rear foot elevated split squats. Of course, a great squat accessory here. As another theme you'll see throughout this video in the next couple of weeks, my first 2 workouts at home will be very basic, so very squat, bench, deadlift oriented, very minimal accessories. I do 1 accessory on this day, which are the split squats, and 1 accessories on day 2, which is a pull-up. Everything else is going to be a squat, bench, or deadlift. And then the back half of my week is where I'll do some more of the bodybuilding work, the seated cable rows, the biceps, the leg press, things like that. I actually did sign up for a gym, so it'll be an exciting new adventure for me as well. Getting in some more good quad pump here. And then on day 2 here, started to feel a little bit more normal. This was a competition deadlift day. Once again, worked up to a top single. I hit 460, which is pretty solid. I didn't feel 100% for sure, especially after yesterday, the day before this. My squats going so poorly, I was a bit nervous to pull a heavy single. But it went well. 460 moved pretty well, and then the bench press moved well too. So that's 405, and this is 460. Again, no straps for my top sets. It actually moved really well when I watched the video back, so I'm very happy with that. And then once again, did back off sets, 3 to 5 sets of 5 at 70 to 75%. Went pretty conservative on these. This is 385. I'm not even sure what percent that is, but it moved well. You'll also see that I do a couple of sets with no straps. My good rule of thumb would probably be working up with no straps, and then also 1 back off set with no straps, but then everything else afterwards. And simply do that to save my hands, because I will be doing a lot of volume on deadlifts, and making sure I don't tear my hands is very important. So I haven't had any grip issues yet with that more minimal approach, and I think I'll be rolling with that through prep. And then my second movement of the day here is a long pause, supposed to be 3-second pause for a bench press. Once again, a top single at roughly an RPE of an 8, so not like a max. I probably could do this for maybe 2 reps or even 3 reps, but it's to feel something heavy in your hands. This is a 240. Let's see if I actually pause for 3 seconds here. 1,000, 2, 1,000, 3, 1,000. 2.5. I'll call it 2.5. Pretty solid. Anyone that does long pause work, you know that it seems like a lot more when you're in the hole or on your chest. So 240 there, and then once again, more volume work. So 3 sets of 4 here as the back off work. And again, had not done some of these movements. This was the first time I've done this movement in a while. I have high bar back squats coming up. Same thing, had not done those in months. So of course it takes some time and some weeks to feel out the weights you should be appropriately using. So again, this week was a good more intro week. Nothing felt super hard, especially as I recovered a bit from traveling. And then now you'll start to see different location here. This is where I did my high bar back squatting. This day is also very different in that there's only one kind of competition variation. So it's a high bar back squat, 1 set of 1 at an RPE of an 8. This went really well. And then a couple of back off sets of 3, and then a lot of accessory work, or at least for me, a lot of accessory work. So on this day in particular, I hit the squats, then I did single leg press, glute ham raises, a pit shark machine. First time doing that, playing around with it a little bit, and then also some calf work. So because I don't have a huge setup, nor do I want to have a huge setup of random equipment at my home, I keep the front of the week a bit more basic, as I mentioned, a lot of squat, bench, and deadlift, and the back half of the week will be a little bit more machine accessory oriented. Of course, the focus will still be on squat, bench, or deadlift, but it'll be a little bit more as far as the time commitment there will be on the accessories. First time doing this at this gym, absolutely love this. So I would love to have this as a staple in my program. When I signed up for the gym, I didn't even know they had this, so it wasn't a part of my program, but I was like, oh, this will be great. So this will likely be like a leg press substitution and just a way to get a lot of higher repetition work that doesn't beat up the low back as much with squatting. But love that, especially too more in the off-season bodybuilding phase. I'll be using that a ton. Hopefully I'll have a good experience at this new gym. And then the last session here, did not grab any deadlifting because my phone was about to die, but this was a touch and go bench press day, as you'd imagine. 1 set of 1 to start the day off at an RP of an 8. I hit just under 265. These are kilo plates, the official stuff. And 3 sets of 10, really high rep work afterwards. And this kind of finished off my week. I had some pause deadlifts as well, 1 set of 1, and then some back off triples, which I did not record. But all in all, again, it was a kind of a ho-hum week. The first day, 2 days felt pretty bad coming back from vacation, but the third and fourth sessions felt really solid. And I'm really, really excited to pretty much repeat this week going into week 9 when I'm doing this voiceover. But that's it for this vlog. Yeah, we're 10 weeks out. Very, very excited. We're definitely handling some heavier loads, getting more sport practice in, and very excited as well to be playing around with some of the competition equipment that's available at this new gym. So that's it, and thank you for watching.